and then you'll start to gain a sense of familiarity with something real, someone real. Because you can't really find familiarity with everything that's fake and flawed. Because the intent was wrong from the beginning. Because it's fabricated. And fabricated is when something is concocted with evil intent or ill intent. So if the intention was bad in the beginning, nothing is good about it. Nothing is good about our environment. Even though there are things that are good, if you look from a spiritual standpoint and you begin to reconcile with yourself, that's when things get good again. So if you're feeling bad, look at what I just said. Maybe it's because you're looking so much outside of yourself that all you see is the destruction that was intentionally placed here. But if you look inside of yourself, you find peace. You find the Garden of Eden and the fountain of life. And you find a love for yourself. And you become proud of yourself. You become more understanding. And your cup begins to overflow. Because when you look on the outside, if you're looking for validation and confirmation from an external space, your thirst will never be quenched. You'll always feel like there's something missing. You'll always feel a void. Because you haven't gone within enough to reconcile with yourself. So, what does that tell you all? What do you take from this message? Do you find this message helpful for you? And why? Why is this message helpful for you? What will you do now that you got this message? Does it light something up inside of you? These questions that Spirit wants you to ask yourself? Does it bring a spark within you to light a flame? To ignite that passion inside of you, to change your perspective of how you're viewing yourself and those around you, and how you see yourself? Bad relationships could also mirror a false image of yourself, of you. If you're, like, say for instance, I know many of you have gone through this. Even I've gone through this. Being in a relationship with somebody that I shouldn't have been with because they were not right. And you don't see it until you see it. And then sometimes even when you see it, you ignore it. And it's like they have this energetic mirror that they put in front of you saying that you're something that you're not. And then you begin to believe that. And it's funny, somebody could be so strong and still get caught up in there, in that space of believing the lies. When the lies that were forced onto you, most of the time they're just projections. Yeah, they're just projections, and they're projections from a spirit that is lost, a lost soul. Many times we end up with individuals who have inactive souls. And your soul might be active, or it could be like in between worlds, like trying to be active but not, like trying to expand and grow and pop out, but it's like a push and pull because of certain people that are around you. It's like you trying to come up and something keeps pushing you down. You keep trying to come up and something keeps pushing you down. So This is why it's so important to pay attention to the relationships you have with people. Because if they're not healthy, you want to get away from them. That's the first thing, because they're not good for you. They're going to cause a delay for you to actually answer your soul's cry. And they also distract. It's a delay and a distraction. Because, okay, say for instance, this person that you were with in the past or around, they delayed your soul's, or they delayed your response to your soul's cry because you were so busy trying to figure that situation out. They didn't there's certain people that will try to oppress your soul's growth. They don't even know what they're doing though. It's the demon within them. It suppresses your ability to spiritually improve. You have some people that do that just because that's the spirit that's on them. That's just what it is. Then you have some people that actually draw your spirit out, so your spirit begins to feel free again. When your spirit comes out, when your spirit comes out from hiding, from being in the womb of your vessel, oh, tears will fall, because you will see things you never saw before. And it's always so beautiful. It's like, oh, this was in here the whole time. I had this with me and I didn't know. It's like the gift of all gifts. Because you find but you find truths within you that help you to reconcile with your true nature. Because remember, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. We were dropped in here. We were dropped in here, and then we had to figure it out. And it was a whole long labyrinth, turns, lefts, rights, ups, downs, around the corner, make a U-turn a few times. And through all that, even when you feel like you came up a little bit in life, then you notice something else that ain't right. And then you're like, wait, something's not right. And then you don't know whether to address it or ignore it, or you don't know until you know. Sometimes God will put people in front of you when you needed to talk to them or hear them or whatever it is. God will place angels in front of you to just say a thing. And then you're like, wow, I never thought of it that way. Wow, my whole world has changed now because of from exposure to good. See, earth angels will present the good in the world and express the dangers of the bad and how to navigate through everything. And then it's always great when you come across someone that is able to simplify difficult topics in such a way where it's understood. And I just find it really beautiful how spirit works with us throughout our lives. It's just that most of the time we don't even realize it because we're not taught about it. But just think about all the times when you needed somebody to say something or do something, or somebody was there when you needed them, but you weren't really necessarily looking for them. But they came and you were grateful because they did a thing for you. And you were just thankful because they came at the right time. And there's something special about the timing as well as the gift that they gave. Now, it could have been a physical gift that they gave you, or it could have been a gift of words, a gift of speech. Because our words can curse someone or they could heal someone. So just think about all those times when you had the gift of a healing word from a person. That's beautiful. Just think about that. And think about all the times when you were a gift to someone else by some words that you spoke. Think about it. Doesn't this prove that we're here for each other, but we're taught to fight each other? You see the confusion? It's everywhere. And only we can switch it up. Yeah. So I think that's it for this message. It's just a reconciliation. It's a reminder to reconcile with yourself if you feel like you've been detached from yourself. The key is to detach from the world and attach to self. Reconcile with your true nature and your soul's cry so that you can answer and put your focus on what's right, like on what's considered righteous. And that is for you to get back to yourself. Yes. So that's it for this message. Everything you do, do it with love. I'll see you in the next one.